Hey guys, it's me, AK. Today we are going to start with the actual project. Bear in mind that I'm actually building this base as I'm going, with no actual schematic or plan, beside it being practical and having as much restock as possible for a PvPer, while remaining inside the border of the chunk that is visualized right now. So, in order to fit as many farms as possible inside the chunk and stay reasonably hidden, I would probably need to start from the bedrock and build up, which means digging down a lot, and in order to dig down I will need pickaxes. And to make a lot of pickaxes I would need a lot of iron. And that's why, after tilling a 9x9 in which I will plant carrots for the villagers, I started building a temporary iron farm by trapping a baby zombie inside a boat near the house where I had previously locked 3 villagers. I then started demolishing some buildings and spawn-proofing the area around the house. I've also put 2 villagers in the breeding box, and then I spawn-proofed 8 blocks in each direction from where the villager could be when summoning the iron golem. This will allow me to choose where to spawn them and make a little water flow to unalive them with lava. In the meantime, I got rid of them from afar without any problem at all. I then dug a 2x10 blocks deep tree, where I put a source of water on the side in which the golems will spawn, and lava surrounded by signs on the other side, with a couple hoppers and a chest to collect the iron. Once I finally finished building the iron farm, I crafted a full set of iron armor and started digging. While going down, I made a staircase in order to easily bring down the villagers. I also checked around to give myself an idea of how many torches I will need to spawn-proof the caves around the base. When I had almost reached the bottom though, I found an underground lake, which meant I had to remove all the water in order to dig deeper. So I started filling it, but I quickly ran out of blocks. I had to do multiple restock of blocks, which, that early in the game, was pretty long and tedious to do. At some point, I noticed I'd finished the food and I would need a lot of food to keep digging and building the base. So I decided to do a simple chicken farm, with a dispenser that spits egg on top of a cutting table that sits beneath a lava cauldron, with an hopper that collects the cooked chicken. For the time being, will be more than enough to sustain me. I then finished digging down to the bedrock, making sure to avoid the lava at the bottom, and I decided to stop at Y-55. And as soon as I had a little space, I started taking the villager down. By putting them in the 3 blocks at the limit of the chunk, they will always have at least 10 blocks of distance between them, which mean that all 4 units will spawn their own golem, making this actually a quadruple iron farm. And after that, I took a well-deserved pause from the mining and I decided to go visit the nearest trial chamber. I really didn't want to take damage though, so I quickly grabbed a few dispensers and I got lucky enough to find a weakness potion, that was enough for now. Going back, I made sure to be followed by a zombie to set up the first unit of the iron farm. While I was waiting for more villagers to be born, I dug a little more and then I went exploring the mines around the base. I made sure to collect every useful item I found, including cobwebs and rails. It was now time to start moving everything underground. So I brought the 3 villagers from the first iron farm down in their new home. And during the night, I brought the zombie down too. Right after that, I started digging the rest of the spawn chamber and I set up a little pressure plate to activate the dispenser with lava. That will allow me to turn on and off the iron farm. And after remembering that bamboo fence gates burn near lava, I fixed the problem with a few signs and finished digging the floor. After renting the 3rd unit, I was pretty tired, so I decided to relax while fishing a little. At night, I brought a zombie in the 3rd unit, and while I was going down, the zombie called for reinforcement. So when I went back up, I found my villagers turned into zombies themselves. I decided to keep 2 of them and made a little roof over their heads. But to cure them, I needed golden apples. So I went to the Nether to farm some zombie pigling. Since I was there, I decided to collect cores and trade with a pigling when a ghast started firing at me. I managed to avoid a few shots, but in the end was inevitable. But I wasn't gonna let that little misfortune stop me from getting the gold I needed. So I tried again. And again. Until finally I got enough of the Nether and went back to build the iron farm. The villagers in the last unit really didn't want to stay there, so I had to force them in their unit. By now I had too many villagers, so I started digging the new floor. Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you like this content, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment. And now that the holidays are over, I will try to be more consistent on my uploads. I wish you a wonderful week. and I'll see you on the next video.